All right, my friends, it is 107 days since I set the intention to make $1 million in a year. And it's been over 50 days since I last shared an update with you. And during that time, I have been going through a trough of self doubt and things not going the way I wanted them to go. And I'm coming on here not because suddenly things are going a lot better, um, but because I know that leaving this thread hanging is not serving me. So I want to just come on and say that I have been going through what feels like I've been describing it as pulling myself through the eye of the needle, and like parts of myself that can't come with me into this next phase of life are being stripped away, and it is uncomfortable. I had a program launch not be successful. I'm going to go ahead and say I had a program launch fail. And I am really proud of myself for how I stuck with it. And I just recently got some really powerful feedback about how I was relating to that whole launch that showed me a way that I have been externalizing my power. So I did this program launch. I got a lot of inquiries and a lot of interest, but no one actually signed up by the date that I had decided was going to be the kickoff. And my coach pointed out to me that I treated that date as set in stone when, of course, I had made it up. And so, if I was truly dedicated to the program, I could have continued the launch and continued to call in clients until it was full, and then I could have started to run it at that point. And that that recognition of how I was externalizing my power in that place is also showing me ways that I've been externalizing my power in all kinds of ways. I've been waiting for circumstances to rescue me, and I've sort of been taking a passive stance in relationship to building my business and client attraction, client development, business development in general. So that is a gift of failure that I can celebrate, even though I disprefer failing. And I'm going to celebrate that I'm failing, or that I have failed in that case. I'm not failing, because failure is a step on the journey to success. And um, and something that I'm really celebrating is that I have allowed myself to fail. This is something that in the past I've avoided anything that I wasn't confident I could totally succeed at. And everything that I want is on the other side of actually taking risks and allowing myself to go after things and to want things and drive towards them and risk failing. Um, so that is something I really celebrate, even though I would prefer not to have had that happen. And I continue this journey to $1 million. How am I going to do it? I don't know, but I do know that I am changing in ways that are very palpable to me and that are palpable to people around me. So I'm in the unknown, and I'm continuing to unfold in the unknown. And what I know is that all the good stuff, all the new stuff is in the unknown. So I'm on the right path. I also had a recognition that it's not the $1 million I want, but the feeling of triumph that I believe making $1 million in a year will give me. And so I'm still steering toward that $1 million as the North Star, but really recognizing that it's the feeling I want. I want to feel powerful and capable and like the author of my life, and like I'm contributing something really meaningful to the world. These times are wild, and I know that I have something special to offer, and the money is more a metric of that than the goal itself. So so that's what's happening, and I'm setting the intention now to share these updates a little more frequently, to be transparent and honest, and sort of show up for myself in sharing these updates, knowing that there are a handful of you watching along, following along, perhaps on your own journey to $1 million or to whatever form of success is the one that you're after. And knowing that, like, part of why I didn't continue to pursue that program is that I wasn't super pumped to share it. I was excited to share it. The content of it, I'm excited to share, but there's more honing that I'm doing. So this is a season of honing and showing up for myself and loving myself through imperfection. That's another gift of this failure, actually, is that so much of my sense of belonging in the past has come from performing excellence, from like being good at things, from my bright side, and this has been a season of making peace and connection with my shadows, and I know that that is making me more capable of being the kind of coach and leader and thought leader that I want and intend to be. So that is my update for day 107. Thank you for following along. I'm so glad you're here, and can't wait to share the next one. Love you, friends.